I am so excited because did I meet my objectives? The answer is absolutely yes. Not only did over 125 parents of color show up to this parent meeting that I put together, but I was able to have some wonderful conversations with different parents after the meeting was over, and they talked about how they are now inspired and motivated and excited about getting back involved with the schools as long as the schools are willing to make that effort in trying to connect with the African American families. Those parents were engaged. They were in dialogue during the time that I gave a quick little lecture, and they made comments during the lecture. They really just enjoyed the information that I had given to them, and the reason why I know they were engaged is because of all the feedback that I got from the parents after the meeting, as well as, by the way, they filled out a volunteer interest form, and 95% filled them out all the way and turned them in. And not only did they check off one box of different ideas or activities that they'd be willing to engage in, but they checked off multiple boxes, which lets you know that they are willing and inspired to get involved in their students' education and get involved in the school community. The reason why I use the library as the space for the parent meeting is because I wanted the library to be a backdrop of, gaining knowledge, because library is where you go to get information, you gain knowledge, and since I am providing information about the Common Core state standards, about the racial education equity policy, and about all the different changes that are happening not only in the district but as well as in Grant High School itself, this was the perfect backdrop for bringing families into the educational world. The only thing that I would do differently if I were to do this meeting again is I would find a different way to reach out to the teachers so that they would come in a better attendance rate, because I had asked the parents, the teachers, to stand up during the parent meeting, and I asked this, parents to all clap, for the teachers, and unfortunately only 3 teachers showed up to the parent meeting. So that kind of sends a message that we don't want to send, which is we don't care, because that's the message that the parents were thinking. Well, Khandice, you're up there talking about that parents and teachers should work together as a team in order to improve and narrow the racial achievement gap, but yet look who shows up, only 3 teachers. So I would find a better way to make sure that there is a larger representative of teachers there to support the African American parent meeting and other activities in the future. What did I learn about parents of color by planning this event? I learned one simple thing, and really I didn't learn it, I just was reminded, is what I would say, reminded of it. First of all, parents of color care about their kids. Second of all, they really do want to get involved. Third of all, we need to do a better job as educators in communicating with parents. The truth of the matter is, several comments that were made to me over and over again by parents was how they were very impressed and very pleased with the level of communication that I had used in order to give them the information about this meeting. So I really believe, and I've heard feedback from different people talking about, well, it shouldn't take all that, and we don't have the money, we don't have the time, and all of these things. But the truth of the matter is, I would not have had to spend as many countless hours trying to make these phone calls to get the parents into the buildings if the truth of the matter is, if everyone was doing more of the calls, like teachers, if the teachers were actually making those phone calls, then the connections would have already been made, and I wouldn't hear parents saying, this is the very first time that I've ever gotten 2 and 3 messages, about a parent meeting. It was exciting that they were excited, but it was kind of like, I'd say a shock or awakening, if you will, to let us know that we need to do a better job on cross-communication with our parents of color and stop